So another thing to think about with XY, or really any mic technique in general, is that the closer you get to whatever it is that you're recording, the more susceptible changes in micro movements are to the sound that you're picking up. So if you got a wiggler, you actually want to back things up. And that's just a trade-off you have to face with room acoustics and direct sound coming off the instrument. But if you think you've got it dialed in perfectly and it's right on top of the guitar, and you turn around as the engineer and the instrumentalist moves, yeah, precisely. And getting back to that exact micro spot now, having done that, is like virtually impossible. So again, weighing the close proximity of the instrument and getting the perfect intimate detail versus room, safety, and also kind of a more organic sound coming off the instrument is something to really think about. But again, go ahead and play something. I'm going to see how the instrument's sounding with the sort of 12th fret XY V focused position as a starting point. Super woolly and mid-rangey, which tends to be exacerbated by sound hole activity. But when I was listening to the instrument here, it didn't quite sound that way. So it might actually be picking up more room reflections. But I'm going to try to increase the angle of the XY just a bit. The result being less microphone kind of directed at the sound hole. So again, kind of avoiding the sound hole in the way and also exacerbating the difference between the treble information we're picking up and the bass. And I'm going to rotate it just slightly, and we'll see what we've got now. Go ahead. Cleaned it up, so it did actually achieve more articulation, but it's still like really mid-focus, and I'm hearing a much wider range out of this instrument. This has got a lot of low end and treble, and the mids are full. So I'm actually going to try to capture that holistic image by just backing these guys up, which will give us that added advantage of if you decide to get wiggly, it'll work better.
It's a dreadnought, so it's going to put out a lot of volume. So definitely engages the room where it's being played.
Let's see how that's working for us. Yeah, that actually sounds more like the instrument, but it's awfully roomy. This reverberant room is a challenge to work in. So I'm going to split the difference and split the trade-offs and put it somewhere right in between and see where we land.
In this room, they all like to sing along. You can't help but play them all.
Let's give that a try. So better room balance, but it's starting to get woolly again. So it's just a natural challenge. I'm going to actually go ahead and play for me, Robinson. So I'm getting more woolliness right in front of the guitar. So I'm actually going to continue the distance and just rotate around a little bit more this way. Let's see what we got. Go ahead. I know I'm playing with fire again here, but then that mic had to move on me. Always tighten down your microphones fully before you start making micro adjustments.
Not to make you nervous, but
Go ahead.
that's fun. Diminished chord.
I think this is the best one yet.
Awesome.
And I'm going to play with fire and just lower the microphone slightly just to get a little bit more of that sparkle coming right off the fretboard. Because it looks we're aimed a little high. And hopefully I didn't just screw something up, but I probably will be able to reverse it if I did. Let's take a listen. I got the treble, but I sacrificed picking up more of the wooliness of the mid-range. So I'm going to cheat it back up, split the difference again, and I'm going to give a little bit more push on the bass-facing microphone, and the treble one's going to be right where that sweet spot was. Try this for me. At the end of the day, it's a bunch of aesthetic decisions and a bunch of trade-offs in a pretty lively room. But I think that's about as happy as I'm going to get today.
Cool.
Let's go with that.
All right, let's roll.